Надо быстренько за 5 минут в окей пойти. Может быть, там сниму. Ладно, хорошо.
Не, у меня есть 100 рублей, я тебе говорю, у меня есть. Не надо никуда не идти.
Приходи домой. Давай.
Like, you need to pay it now.
Yeah, he's gonna come at 9.
Alan has it. I'm speaking for Alan.
I have it. Just come up top. I'll give it to you.
Okay, buddy. Anyway, I'll be home in 2 minutes. Actually, in 1 minute.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Right. So what were we saying?
But yeah, like I was saying that the threat of death is always there. The thing is, it's not that the threat of death is there no matter what. Like, I will never have the threat of death hanging over you guys if you all perform optimally. You know what I mean? And that's on me as a DM. If you guys perform completely optimally and still one of you completely dies, that's my failure as a DM.
I mean, that's the given. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Like, I agree with you. What I'm saying is that was the given. What you said will now make people think, oh, I'm not technically supposed to die because I thought I did the optimal choice.
No. Here's the thing. What I want to say is that, like, that's why I added that I can fuck up too. Like, definitely I can fuck up. But generally speaking, if you guys make the best choices, objectively the best choices, you will always win. Because
what I'm saying is, Anton, I'm sorry, I will have to cut you off here. What I'm saying is, it really doesn't matter, right? Oh, your objectively speaking, is not everybody else's objectively speaking.
It's objective. It's not anybody's.
You can say that, but like, how can you say objective when a person who is new at the game doesn't understand what fucking objective is in this game?
Okay, yeah, that's a good point. That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
Right? That's what I'm saying. So technically, it doesn't matter in this case. So what I'm saying is that, like, you know what? Whatever happens, happens, and that's not because Anton fucked up or anybody else fucked up. Things happen, and let's just leave it at that. Right? I think that makes much more sense.
Actually, yeah, honestly, at this point, I feel like I've done enough fights. Because before, in other shit that I've done, like Caldwell, I've just been kind of balancing the fights on the fly. In this one, I've been balancing the fights according to the system. I think I've gotten a good enough grasp of it at this point.
I agree. I think you've been doing very good, which is why I meant that, like, it's not about you fucking up or anybody else fucking up. Things just sometimes go bad.
Yeah, I want to take that part back. I want to take that part back. Like, if any of you die, it's not because I fucked up. Because honestly, I don't think I can fuck up anymore. Like, I'm fucking great at this. Like, I just want to say, there's people out there that are good at this. There are people out there that are kind of like, doing their best, blah, blah. Everybody's having fun, whatever. Objectively speaking, I am one of the greats. And
sure, why not?
It's an honor. It's an honor for all of you to be here today to experience it. So generally speaking,
on a more realistic,
if any of you die,
things happen.
I mean, no, that's realistic. I think that's realistic. I'm gonna say this right now. If any of you die, it's because you're constantly being challenged with something that could kill you. If it could kill you, it will kill you unless you do everything possible to save yourself from that death. Every single thing that you fight will be out there to kill you.
Yeah. I still think he's not being 100% truthful. Some things don't want to kill you. Not because they can't.
Everything else is going to want to kill you. That's 100% truthful.
They want to kill you, but they can't kill you. Okay? Let's just put it that way.
I think you're overestimating the level 4 characters. Goblins can't kill you. 4 goblins maybe can't kill you, but everything else should probably have a pretty good time.
Flubbers, or what are they called? The floating tentacle things?
Flubberworms? Flubberworms?
They can't really kill you. They want to kill you, but they can't.
Alan!
So,
Mom called you and you're not picking up. He's asking why you aren't picking up.
He's busy.
I didn't see it. Okay, so 1 second. I'll call her back. I'll be here back. 1 second.
Go for it.
Yikes.
I can't believe I can't believe it's 9 p.m. and we still have time.
Yeah, I told you guys. This is why I asked you. Like, could you guys give me like like maximum 1 hour? I'll be back.
That's great. We usually start at 9 p.m. So it's fucking awesome.
I'll go. Yeah. Oh, I'm so tired. I ran with my doggo. It was tiresome. I tried to make her get tired very
She's
quickly.
tired now, right?
She should be, and she seems to be hungry, so I'm just gonna give her food quickly.
Hungry.
Yeah. No, we were at the doctor's all day today, so it's a good thing she still wants to eat.
Oh, what is the doctor saying? Like, how's she looking?
So the reason we went to the doctor today was because she came home today and there was something in her ear, like she kept on like wagging, not wagging, like shaking her ears, and we got really worried because she's never done that before. And like I checked both her ears, like there was nothing there. So I got freaked out, and Mom was like, "Oh no, we gotta go to the doctor because you don't know like what it could be." So we ended up going to the doctor. The first doctor couldn't get it, like looked through what is it called, like a thing for your ears? Stethoscope? Is that no? Stethoscope is for the heart, right? What's for your ears?
Stethoscope is the thing you measure heartbeat with. I don't fucking know. A camera?
No, there's like a
Telescope.
thing you or that.
Telescope? Is it a telescope?
No, it's not.
Or that. If you can see stars with it, you can definitely see stuff in your ears. Anyway.
True.
So.
Yeah, no idea.
Yeah, so she looked through it and she's like, "Oh, there's a foreign body there," as in like it could be a bug or some other kind of shit, right? And we're like, "Oh fuck." We got worried. We're like, "Shit, what we do?" And she's like, "I'll try and get it out, but if we don't get it out, we'll have to like put her like use anesthetic. Anesthetic,
Anesthesia, yeah. I'm glad you got it checked out so fast because my dog saw it. He actually has something like that, and they were like, he'll get it. He was just scratching his ear. Like a month later, it was fully infected, and they had to take it in for surgery. So
Yeah,
that's good. But
so she couldn't take it out. Like the first dog couldn't take it out, and she was like, "Okay, we're gonna have to sedate her, but the best option is to go to this other clinic that has like, one of those like apparatuses that like have like little cameras and like little like claws that like or some kind of thing that help."
Cameras. The camera that you
Guys, I would love to talk more about our personal problems. I understand, okay, Vega is having a bad problem. I understand. But one thing I will say first is that, Irina, Mom will call you tomorrow. But just in case, tomorrow in the morning, make sure to get out the spices and everything. My mom is gonna cook Bengali, okay?
Oh, okay.
Oh, Bengali!
Huh?
Shit. I don't
Old spices.
Yeah, all spices, exactly. She's gonna put the goddamn body lotion that's used for.
Alright, listen.
cleaning your
Before this gets too hilarious, I just wanna say, while everybody was gone, we re-established the fact that I am perhaps the best DM to have ever existed. You don't need to. You don't need to. You don't need to trust us. Everybody else was here for it. But yeah, other than that.
But basically do that tomorrow. If you don't remember, Mom should call us and let us know again anyway.
Okay,
Right?
okay.
Doesn't say when you wake up, take shit out, okay, and do that. After that, let's goddamn continue. It's 9 o'clock. We have like, I don't know, 3 hours or so, 4 hours at best.
Okay,
Let's see. So you all come back having decided together as a group to continue on with your lizard hounds. Everybody gets on their lizard hound except Bot Guy, who is left kind of not standing, but hovering in midair with his invisible mage hands holding him up in the air. What do you
I
guys
I
want to do?
look at bot guy and I say,
Yeah,
bot guy.
Raizo picked him up.
Wait, I say bot
He
guy.
brought
I
him to
look
the
at
other
bot
side.
guy. Yeah, I look at him and I just go like, wait, so you look pretty fast what you did with that whole, after you got down in the whole water thing. Do you think you can like travel through the trees and like a different vantage point?
Don't worry about it.
Move fast enough with them, with their lizard hounds.
I can help us get a good position in. There's trust me.
I look at Bibble and I just say like, well, all right, sure. I mean, you know what it looks like and everything, so I'm sure you'd have a good idea. Why don't you and Remy lead the way?
I look at Sylvia and I say, Schnookums, this will be your time to shine. Let's go. As I said,
But while you were away, they were discussing divorcing with you and marrying amongst themselves.
I guessed as much because Bibble does seem like the type to cheat.
what a fucking Remy thing to do.
That is perfect.
And like, so Sylvia's character is usually is very like doesn't trust this group as much at the moment. So now her trust in the group has even like worsened, and she's like,
Where's Bibble?
as expected.
I accidentally deleted him. I'll bring him back.
Yeah, I don't have control of him.
He doesn't have a name or an HP bar.
Wait, Anton, I don't have control of Bibble. Oh, there we go. So
Wait, I'm putting it back.
Can you make the name smaller, maybe? I don't know. It's a huge name, bro.
I'll do that. I'll put it to just Bibble. Sorry, Bot guy, what were you saying?
How come Sylvia doesn't trust the group, but like she's married to Bibble?
Well, that's a long story. That's a long story. Should I explain this, or do you want to explain this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
Explain.
so here's what happened. They all got together as a group to do this quest, right? While they were on this quest, Bibble, while they were kind of resting, waiting for something to happen, Bibble started doing this ceremony, this ritual, without really explaining what it was.
Them for it, yeah.
And at the end, he's basically like telling Sylvia, if we're married, matrimony is very hard to hit. And Sylvia was just so fed up with Bibble's shit. She was like, yeah, sure, just, I guess, do whatever you want, just don't bother me.
I would say nobody wanted to marry me. Nobody wanted to marry me. Everyone was like, Bibble is full of shit. He's probably doing his goddamn garbage shenanigans again, right? You know what? Ignore him, right? That's what they were like at first. So yeah, continue.
So after that,
I wouldn't marry.
So like after Bibble finished the ceremony, magical power overcame him and Sylvia, and both of them gained +2 armor class because being married to Bibble, because of one of his spells, gives both him and whoever he is married to +2 AC. So now they are both harder to hit.
That's why I call Sylvia Schnookums.
That's why Sylvia Schnookums. And up till this point, Sylvia still doesn't give a fuck other than the fact that, oh hey, apparently this does make me a little bit harder to hit.
Oh, also, Bibble doesn't have an HP bar.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, let me fix that.
God damn it! Sometimes I wish I wasn't a cleric, just so I could be level 4 druid, so I could have a spell. I wanted to make goddamn fucking Remy shine in the next fight, but he's fucking non-techy at all anymore. But yeah,
that's healing ward, dude. So I gotta say.
Well, hey, I mean, you know, it's good. What I'm saying is that in game, sorry, not in game, but out of game, I'm just gonna say that like Remy, you have, if you want, you could stay behind and rest.
No, listen. We're not going to spend any more time on this. I'm sorry to interrupt you. We're not going to spend any more time on this. We've all decided by group vote that we're moving on.
We're moving on, but he
so-
could still do it.
Nah, you're all moving on. You're all on your lizard hounds. I'm going to tell you right now, you cannot rest for now. I'm just going to interrupt this right now because these kind of discussions they can take a while. So with that, as you all get on your lizard hounds and move forward, I'm going to say Raizo takes Bot Guy with him one more time. Kind of like, Bot Guy, do you want to travel on the back of Raizo's lizard hound, or do you want to try to mage hand your way through the forest?
I'd like to mage hand my ways through the forest.
All right, for sure. So as all of you kind of like start up like on the lizard hounds, moving forward,
yeah,
right?
and
So
this
you-
is
you
this
put
is
your-
a good this is a good point. I have to stop you. Before we get close to the village, I want you to tell me.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Specifically, okay, yeah. Raizo, as you put your hand back out to like help one guy onto your lizard hound, you see he's not there. You look up. One guy is already on the trees, using his like mage hands to grab onto each tree branch and keep moving forward. But to you, because mage hands are invisible, to the rest of you, it looks like Bot Guy just like jumped into the air and is just like speeding forward into the air like a flying superhero.
Swinging in the air.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, like kind of swinging back and forth, like somebody from Attack on Titan, but without the fucking air gear and the strings. He's just like bobbing back and forth on top and moving just as fast as the rest of you on your lizard hounds as you travel through this forest. 1 second. Let me just change the ambiance real quick. As you all move into this forest, still on the outskirts, moving through it, it feels like, from what you remember, Bibble, it feels like still a little ways off to when your familiar rat reached the town, but the path does seem familiar to you, so you're on the right way.
Okay. So
I'm gonna say, because you asked me for that, like you're not near the village yet. You're not like outside the village yet. I'll tell you when you are.
okay. Josh, you wanted to say something?
Yeah. Did I say something or?
I thought I heard
No,
something.
I think it was Sharier.
Oh, Sharier.
I didn't say anything.
I don't know. I heard somebody say yeah or something like that.
I think it was
But
Angela.
anyway, never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. Okay, in that case, I'll just go on with what I wanted to do, which is that when I get the feeling that we're close enough to what I consider to be, where the guy is, I will cast this spell, Pass Gas without trace. On all
Okay, I'm
of
gonna
us.
tell you right now, you know this because you sent your familiar out there to get this information. He is on the other side of the village. You will come up to the village and go through it without meeting him. Especially because you guys took a long time to kind of scavenge shit. Essentially, you will see the village before you see this thing, and you're fairly confident of that.
Okay, in that case, sure. I'll hold it back for now. I just thought he was already in the village. That's why I wanted to do this.
He is past the village. You remember that when the rat passed through, the village was already devastated. And when it left outside the other gates of the village, like leading to the other side, it saw its back retreating into like the far distance.
Right.
This thing, by the time the rat got to the village, it was already long done in the village.
Okay, what the fuck is Sharier talking about? By the way, 0 resources, just saying, Oh, you mean he himself? You'll be fine.
He's
Sharier,
saying
don't
that
worry about
he's very low on HP and everything else that he needs to fight. Like essentially.
You'll be fine, Sharier. Just improvise on the spot.
We've all decided, man. Just relax. We've all decided to move on. But yeah.
Look, I don't have a lot of shit either. I'm working on scraps as well, but
Listen, if at any point you guys stop and decide to short rest or long rest, the campaign will not end. You know,
Yeah, I'm
like
just
you'll
saying,
be fine. This is one of the
it's
first quests. You'll be
possible.
fine.
We will find out right now from the city that we're getting. Sorry, from the town that we're entering, that maybe we can take a short rest. But whatever. Well, right now, since we're entering, what I'm gonna do is keep like, turn on my nostrils up to like 200%, turn on my memory of what I see from the rat, and basically keep up any track that the spirit left behind onto a maximum alert. Like if there's anything resembling of what it could do or have, I want it to be noticed by me if it's within range or possible.
Okay, I want you to roll me perception. As you roll me this perception, I'm going to tell you, there's no track that your spirit left behind. There's the track with the greatsword, which is, at this point, still fresh. But what is really leading you is the memory from your familiar, the memory that your familiar gave back to you, the visual memory, and you're following it, and you're confident you're on the right way. I'm not going to make you roll for that. With a 17 perception, you keep an eye out to any foreign entities, anything like what has been described, or even any other enemies like wolves or anything. But you see nothing, you hear nothing. This forest, at the moment, is still. All you hear is birds, bugs, the natural wildlife of the forest that you're used to. As you kind of listen into the forest, you see
in character. I would like to say something once you're done.
Yeah. I was just going to say, you see a flock of birds fly from one side of the forest and settle down into the other, as these giant, what looks like beetles, fly across from tree to tree, settle down, then fly again to tree. A very normal-looking forest with a lot of very normal-looking wildlife. But yeah, go ahead.
It's like Bibble picks up the random insect. It seems like he's talking to him, but honestly, nothing really is happening. But anyway, he's just like, yeah, I see, you're right. And then as soon as he finishes saying, so he takes the beetle, eats it completely, and turns towards all of you guys, and he says, it seems like he's not in the town. We could proceed forward to the town.
When we look around, do we see anyone or anything?
Everybody can roll their own perception check for this if you want to.
I guess as soon as I walk in, I want to try and look around and see if there's any human activity or any kind
of. Right now, you're on your way to the village. You're what you're seeing in front of you is the path to the village, essentially. So roll me perception. Everybody, Bot Guy, Faith.
Oh,
Sorry,
I already rolled.
Yeah, I see you and Remy roll.
Roll. All right. Okay.
Perception, yeah.
Can't get in the
Got
Basha.
Do you want me to roll for you, Josh?
Let me try it one last time if I can. Give me a second.
Just let me know.
On your character sheet,
Yeah.
just click perception. Ibrahim.
I'm gonna.
All right, Ibrahim,
That's
your
inside.
perception is below your inspiration, proficiency bonus, saving throws, below all of those.
Yeah, on the left
That's
side
inside.
you'll see big boxes. Okay, on the boxes you'll see literally their letters written, wisdom, dexterity, strength, and shit like that. Click on.
Click on perception.
No,
Yeah,
Shar-
it's in the same place. It's in the same place as inside.
to the left of where you saw inside.
No, it's in the same place. Perception is in the same place.
Passive perception is different.
No.
That's not anything.
Oh, if perception is in the same place.
Yeah,
It's-
click on
it's
perception
below.
on your character sheet.
Perception.
It is
Oh, character sheet. No.
4,
Okay.
1, 2, 3, exactly 4 times or 5 times below inside.
There we go.
Did it roll? Did mine
Oh
roll?
my God! Yes, it did. Some great rolls all around.
We are great at rolling.
Let me roll.
I'm not very perceptive. That's a natural one. Holy shit.
It's a double natural one.
That's not a natural one. That's a double natural one. It's a
Oh,
little
shit, I
bit-
I mean,
can't.
you still have to take a normal natural one. Come on, because you wouldn't know if she rolled a double.
It's a normal natural one. I'm just saying the chances of that happening. Good lord.
It's horrible. We have been bad. I mean, okay, lately I've been rolling quite okay. I'll admit to that. But I'm saying in general, we've rolled shit like garbage.
No, not true. I've rolled very good.
As all of you walk into the outskirts of this forest, kind of just where the trees are starting to get tall and deep, all of you feel this darkness encroach upon you from above as like the leaves start blocking out the sunlight. The only sunlight you see is coming through like the tree branches and stuff. Bibble, you're perfectly at home here. This is like far and away one of the lightest forests you've ever been in. And everything you see ahead of you is perfect. Each bug on every leaf of every tree as the wind passes by it is telling you where you need to go and where you are now. And you feel perfectly at ease. But everybody else, this forest is unusually still and eerie and intimidating to you.
Yeah, Bibble goes like, this place sounds safe. There's nothing happening here. I think we should move on. And he turns to look at everybody else who are like just like queered out by everything.
I just like don't really notice like people eating insects and stuff, and I just like look forward and start to move again.
Oh yeah, I ate that beetle that I was talking to. It was a good beetle. Anyway, yeah, there's nothing interesting here. Let's just move on. What?
Do you get beetle powers when you eat beetles?
Apparently, only if I eat hags. And
no, only if you eat the heart and then you roll super high. Okay, if you eat a heart and you roll super high, every single time I'll let you have something. Okay, but don't quote me on that. But as you all move forward, the forest around you, and the path is still clear, and people are still following, kind of like smelling from time to time.
I'd like to say I'm leading. I'm leading the situation because I'm still the one who knows.
He's the only one, yeah.
You're in front, and you're following both the memories of your familiar, but also kind of like I say, all the wildlife that still exists around here, like the birds at the tops of the trees, and the caterpillars crawling down the trees, like kind of give you a sense of what has transpired here. And like based off of the equivalent of body language, you get a sense of, oh, okay, this way. And you keep following both of those senses, like the memory and all of your senses. As you continue, the forest gets darker and darker. The trees start to hug closer and closer together.
But I can see Welsh, right? Because of my dark vision.
Yes, you can.
Superior dark
And that
vision.
is the first time. It is a very important moment for me. That's the first time in my campaign that a player has said, "Oh, by the way, I have dark vision," which is a fucking staple of D&D campaigns.
Great.
Sylvia,
Honestly, I'll say we have not had a single time where dark vision was important until now.
I know.
In any campaign.
Yeah.
I am so happy. This is the first time I get to actually, because I remember when I was an elf and I had it, and it was literally the most useless thing ever. And now
It seems
it's
like it,
bringing
but
me
honestly, it is good.
benefit. Oh, so happy with this. Oh, superior dark vision rocks.
Hey, that's how I felt about Shape Water. Okay, Shape Water seems like shitty spell.
Water has fucking saved you guys 3 times in a row.
Guys,
But
I'll
it's
tell
been
you
fucking
a little secret. Out of all the characters I've played, this might be one of like the coolest characters. And I seriously love playing fucking Valeria, because shit, she's like when she doesn't have shit rolls, she's super cool, especially the voices in her head.
Well,
and her French
well, I
accent.
mean, we'll find that out. Hopefully, if Ibrahim is into this, I will definitely would like to put him into Calpern as well.
Yeah, it'll be dope as shit. I will talk like this because I am cool. You see?
But yeah.
I swear to God, if I can't get to be Asmius anytime soon, I will shit myself.
Hey, I've been thinking in the background. Okay, I've been working a little bit on it. So trust me, I'm getting there. I will say, hey guys, Calpron, next session, possible whenever you guys are ready. I will tell you guys that soon enough. I'm sure.
All right, guys, you heard it here first. Next weekend, we're doing Calpron.
No, I'm just getting used to playing a draw. I never thought that would be so cool because honestly, when Anton suggested it, I was like, I was like very excited, but at the same time, I was like very nervous because I didn't know if it was gonna be cool or not. Never doubt, never
Honestly, I'm
doubt.
glad. I'm glad for both you and me, or anybody else, is that you picked a drow because when you were playing a spellcaster, you took way too long, right? And now you're you're playing
But do
a
you feel
really
my?
interesting character.
But do you feel my pain as a spellcaster?
I
Can
feel
you
it. I feel it.
imagine?
I
Because
don't
I didn't
disagree.
understand shit. Like no, like at least you
Yeah,
guys
you've got to
understand
feel
most
it
of
now. I've
the.
seen your spell list.
Yeah,
Because like
that's
I
pretty good.
swear to
It's
God,
hard, but
I was also a first level like wizard and like second level wizard, and all together I had like a billion spells, and I didn't understand shit about these spells because I'm sorry, I'm a D&D amateur. Sorry,
no,
but yeah,
I'm
so
not
it was really
blaming you.
hard.
Don't worry. I'm not really blaming you. I'm not saying that like, oh, you took too long because you suck. I'm just saying you were new. It's understandable, right? I'm saying
Listen,
right
we all
now.
started playing D&D at the same time. The first session we all played was the first session that any one of us had ever played.
I
So
played live
you're
D&D, but it was like with like Russian people.
I'm just
well. I
saying
mean
is
that
that
D&D.
right now.
Listen. That D&D was shit because I wasn't the DM. Like at the end of the day, that's what the reality of the situation is. Okay.
It
Yeah, what I'm
seems
saying is
so,
that
my
right now,
friend.
as a rogue,
Anyway,
you've been
yeah.
playing great, interesting,
Thank you.
and
Thank
it's been great. Like even though I don't agree with some of the moves you did, that's not because I think they're optimal. I just think they're fun.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So
Oh
yeah, what I'm
no.
saying is that
Nasty
keep doing
that.
what you've been doing. Keep doing what you've been doing. It's been great.
Thank you.
And Ibrahim, this is a perfect segue for you. Is that I hope this is inspiring to you. That like you can do whatever the fuck you want. Honestly, listen. Just like this is something we've had to tell Sharia for a long time. But like you can say,
Now
guys,
he's
shut
really
the fuck
getting it
up.
though.
Yeah, guys, shut the fuck up. I want to say something. This you
Just
can do
interrupt us.
absolutely.
Don't worry.
Absolutely, you can do. None of us will ever take offense. If you want to say, guys, shut the fuck up. I want to say something.
Oh, one thing is like, with situations like this, when you can do anything, I'm most of the time clueless that what I want to do. It's like
I get it. I know. I understand you completely. Irina completely understands you. Sharia is probably the best one who understands you. But what I'm saying is that like sometimes you're like, I want to say something. Never should you feel like I should shut up. Ever.
So you're saying that like I can interrupt everyone.
You can
anytime.
interrupt any time. And Anton, tell me I'm wrong.
No, I mean you can interrupt anybody at any time. You can interrupt me. Like if like I'm the DM, if I'm describing something, you can just interrupt me and say, "Hey, wait, I want to ask something or I want to do something." Like anytime, anybody just say, "Hey, wait, hold on." And because a lot of people are talking at the same time, sometimes they won't hear you right away. So just keep doing it. So what I do, here's my technique. If I start off with a word and I start interrupting people properly, I just keep saying the same word. So if I start off with like "Hey," I just go like, "Hey." Hey, and I keep repeating it louder and louder, until people stop talking.
Yeah.
So, you can
Honestly, it
use my
works.
technique, or you can do whatever you want. But I'll just say right now, nobody's gonna be angry at you for interrupting them.
Because we understand this is a
Absolutely.
Discord, and Discord is, it's hard. It's hard to say who is talking. Sometimes somebody gets drowned out by the noises around you, right? So, like, this shouldn't be something you're discouraged by, right? It's not because nobody wants to listen. It's mostly because somebody spoke earlier, their connection was better, right? And
Yeah, sometimes
your
you just
voice
can't
was
hear.
drowned by it, right? So, what I'm saying is that, like, make an attempt to keep on saying, oh, this is important to me. I want to say it. I feel like I should say it. Do it. Right? I will say in retrospect, sometimes I don't do that when I think like some dumb joke I did was not relevant or important. I will not do that. Right? I'm not gonna
Oh,
do
don't
that.
worry. Flash can do it, so can you. I'm just
Right?
kidding. Flash is
What I'm saying is that like
that
like
jokes.
most of the time I think it's more
Stop
convenient,
shitting
more
on my
important
boy.
more important that you say, even if it's not good or important, right now, is more important than later. Later on, when you're more experienced in the game with us, you'll know like should I speak now or should I not speak now. But like for now, you should, if you want to speak, always speak.
Always. But anyway, let's get back to it. So as we continue on through the forest, as it darkens, as the trees hug closer together.
I'm
you
sorry,
get a little bit-
Anton. Can you say something more inspirational for like 5 seconds? Wanna go pee?
All right.
Oh my god.
Inspirational, you said.
Oh my god.
As the heroes of yonder tale enter our forest, all of them in their own ways, legends, great tales waiting to be told. On the feet of the thundering lizard hounds, with journey in their sails and adventure on the horizon. I've run out of inspirational words to say. I feel like you should have peed faster than this, right?
Can you hear the
Is anybody else with me? What?
I said, can you hear the calls?
Nice.
Good
Oh.
night, good night, good night.
Basically, I'm like smoking pot with my cousin and he's coughing, so that's
It's all good. I can't hear it at least.
okay.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear coughing?
Kita.
I haven't heard it. Oh, keep up.
Oh,
So
okay,
yeah,
okay.
as you all continue moving through the forest, it darkens more and more. Sylvia, you continue to see essentially just as well. Like the colors dull around your eyes, but you can still see just as well as you did during the light. As you all continue, and it gets darker and darker. Is there anything else you guys would like to do?
No.
I've already stated what I wanted to do.
Okay. You all continue to walk through the forest. As you do, on the backs of your lizard hounds, all following Bibble's lizard hound, as he kind of has like his head close to the ground, still surveying, still following the path off of memory.
Not just memory. Not just memory. Yeah.
But also the instinct of nature helping him. As he continues to walk forward, suddenly the trees break in front of you. And Bibble, I'm going to tell you right now, you all walk outside and see a city in the distance. Maybe at most 15 to 20 minutes walk from where you are at the edge of this forest. So Bibble, you asked me to warn you when you were near to the city.
Yeah. Okay. So when I'm really keeping like close track of the of if I see any tracks or signs of this creature.
Does someone
Yeah.
hear
Somebody,
echo?
I think
Is it me?
somebody is echoing. Somebody is echoing,
Who's
even for
echoing?
me.
Who is it? Show yourself.
I think maybe Sharier again. I think Sharier, maybe if you reconnect again,
Sharier.
you'll-
Try fixing your echo if you can.
While he's not reconnected, Anton, do your test. Everybody shut up.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Echo test. Echo test.
Yeah, Sharier, I think you're still like.
Yeah, you're still echoing a little bit.
But yeah, well,
Background
I was gonna say
noise.
that I'm still like keeping very close track of any signs, any whatsoever of what I could tell from picking up his from the memories and from following the tracks all this time. Like if I think he's close by, I want to be aware.
He's not. These tracks that you're looking at. Okay, what is that?
No, I think Sharier is fine. I think Irina, it might.
No, that's not Shire. Irina, I think you're breathing into the microphone.
Oops, sorry, yeah. Sorry. I was just holding it very
All
close
good.
to me.
Yeah, so as you kind of make your way out of like the forest, like towards like the path, not like a real road, but a path that leads to the town, you can tell that the trail in the ground of the giant greatsword being grabbed dragged, and like the disturbance of the forest animals and critters has happened a couple of hours ago now. Like at this point, around 4 hours ago. So this creature is at the very least nowhere around here.
Right. Bibble starts like, crawling on the floor against the ground of like the silt and everything. He takes a few flowers, he sniffs them. You guys can all see him sniffing and then like licking the flowers and then chop down the like eats down the flower and he's like, he seems to be a little far away than I think he is from here. Right. What do you? And he looks at everybody. What do you think?
Wait, so now do we see people
Far away?
inside the city?
No, we're still not
You
in
don't
the
see
city yet.
people. You see the city. You feel like if you walk for around, like if you continued on your little rounds for around 15 minutes or so, you would get there.
Okay. Then I just like look at Bibble and I say like, Bibble, just keep moving.
Sorry. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
Sure.
We so
Wait,
we see the
Irina,
city.
1 second. Irina, 1 second. Josh wanted to say something.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry. Go ahead.
I just said that you let Bibble, let's just keep moving forward. That's it.
Okay, and Irina, what did you want to say?
Right, so we see the city, right? But you said that he seems to be quite far away from the city, like in another place away from the city.
He's not close to us, is what I meant.
Okay, so he might be somewhere in the city, just not close to the area we are. Okay.
Out of game, I'll say probably not, but in game, yeah.
Okay. Then I guess I would agree with Ryzer and I'd say, yeah, we better hurry before he goes even further. Anyone else want to say anything?
Oh, by the way, guys, Anthony, I just wanna point something out. Whenever like I cast a spell, and it has like something verbal, it's always in primordial, and I don't speak common when I'm like casting. All right.
Okay.
Oh, that is
Ibrahim.
actually pretty good. That is pretty good.
Yeah.
Ibrahim, what do you think? I know I'm forcing you to do it, but it's to get you into the practice. What do you think in this situation? Like, I said something about the condition. What do you think?
I'm just observing the party.
All right, sure. In that case, I'll be like, Mr. Bear, Koala man. What do you think?
Wait, I look at Bot guy as he asks this, and I say like, Bot, or Mr. Guy, Bear guy.
Bot, yeah, bear guy, koala guy.
Do you see anything from up there? Any people or anything?
Oh,
Trees, right?
If you want to find out if you see
Buckeye.
anything,
Yeah, roll me a perception check. I'm gonna say because you have the advantage of being up in the trees, I'm gonna give you advantage on this. So
Yeah, Anton,
Click on
I think
perception check.
Sharia wanted to say something.
oh no, I wanted
What
to
was
say
this?
exactly what he said.
Okay.
Perception.
Okay, so when I say advantage or disadvantage, what I mean is advantage is that you pick the bigger number between the two. Disadvantage is that you pick the smaller number. So because you have advantage, you get a 15 with that perception check. And Bot Guy, with that perception check, you kind of like hanging on to one of the last tree branches leading out of the forest. You look into the distance and you see this small town, bigger than Wolfston, the town that everybody came from, but not big enough to be really called a city, a proper city. There's smoke coming from it from like a chimney, and there's a lot of little shapes moving inside it. You can tell that there's people moving inside it, but from this far you can't tell anything else.
Yeah, so Bibble, I just asked you a question. What do you think? So Bibble is looking for an answer from you.
And Joe, Bryce tells me that like
Me too. So you have like two questions.
so I kind of get down, levitate down, and move
Oh, hell
towards
yeah.
Raizo and tell him that I see some houses far away and some human-like figures moving around.
It's true. You're right. Alright. There's a village up ahead. I think we should be okay if we give them some of my poop to all of them.
Yes, because everyone wants your poop dibble.
Of course they do. I know you loved it.
Yes.
I have no words. I have no words.
Remy and I nod like that is.
I have no words for these creatures.
Yes.
Anyway, gang or gang. I'm kidding. Anyway, I say. Anyway, okay, let's move on because it's taking too long, and we've got to reach before this thing goes far away. Come on, move on.
Can we sing Hakuna Matata and grow up while we're going?
And then I whisper, gang.
Grow up? That's something you should never ever say to any one of our campaigns. I don't think we ever grew up in any.
No, I didn't say grow up. I didn't.
No, Sharia. I mean, Sharia said that.
We get to level 18 just singing Hakuna Matata. Come on, let's do it.
We never grew up, dude.
Hakuna
It doesn't
Matata.
matter. We're stupid through and through. Okay, that's just how we are.
It's
But
no problem.
We move on.
Yeah,
You all continue towards the city.
Singing Hakuna Matata.
Singing, of course, Hakuna Matata as you all hold hands and your lizard hounds hold hands also.
Unrealistic. Lizard hounds cannot hold hands.
Shut the fuck up! You all move into the city, the town, sorry, of Everbright. 1 second.
So do we see like anything that says
As you all move into the town of Everbright, you do not see, first of
BRB,
all,
guys. The dude came.
Okay, sure.
BRB, guys.
Go for it. Yeah, sorry, Josh, what were you gonna ask?
As we were entering, did we see any nameplate or anything that we know that it's Everbright, the town, or like that's what it's called?
I don't think we knew any information about this town yet.
Anton, can I
No,
roll?
you know the name of this town?
I know, but does everybody else know?
Everybody else was in front of the mayor, in front of Painted Black when he gave you this information. You know that the next town after Wolfstead is Everbright. There was, as to your question, Josh, there wasn't any nameplate. There wasn't anything written that shows that this town. But you, based on the information from Painted Black, the next town to the east was Everbright.
Anton, can I roll insight on that black cat over there?
No, you may not.
Damn it.
It's a
I
cat.
thought he was important. I thought he'd
Where's the
transform.
cat? I don't even see it.
I thought
You
he'd
can
transform
roll
into
animal
a
handling.
black.
You can roll animal handling if you want.
I could do that if you want, Shari. I have a good. Oh, I see the cat.
Make it follow us.
I don't think that's a real cat though.
What cat?
That's a real cat. What are you talking about?
Where do you
That's
see
exactly
that?
what a real cat looks like. Are you
Wait,
not seeing
wait,
it
wait.
on 120?
Like, is
Map on
Oh,
120.
hold on. Let me refresh. Also, Alan, look at this awesome creature you can possibly have as a familiar. It's so cute.
Oh my god, I would love a mangoose.
It's so cute,
I played
right?
a lot of Genshin and there's so many.
Isn't that a ferret? That's a ferret.
That looks like a ferret, actually.
Yeah, you're right. It's probably a ferret.
Oh, I see the kitty. I see the kitty now.
I mean, mangoose and a ferret. What's the fucking difference between them? Actually, I don't know.
They're the exact same thing,
Ferrets
honestly.
don't eat. No. Ferrets don't eat
That's a
snakes.
Draco Malfoy for sure.
Mangooses do.
Sorry, what? Hearing it?
ferrets don't eat snakes, but mangooses hunt snakes, and they usually like
You can't tell that from the appearance. From appearance, tell us something important.
from appearance. Well, it looks like one has like dark nose usually, or like can be completely white. Whereas
Look,
mangooses are only one color usually.
I'm gonna call it. I don't think we can ever tell what's the difference between either one of them. Dude.
I can
think
tell
one
you
is
right now,
smaller.
okay? I can tell you right now the biggest difference, the most easily noticeable difference. A mongoose has a tail like a lizard, whereas the ferret has a tail like a cat.
You mean one of them is fluffy, the other one is.
Yeah, one of them is fluffy, and the other one of them looks kind of sharp. You know, like kind of like you
So,
could stab somebody with
which
it.
one's the sharp?
The mongoose.
I think
The mongoose is the
mongoose,
sharper looking
yeah.
tail.
Really? Okay. Cool.
But anyway, that doesn't matter right now. As we move
You
into
mean
the city of
Zangoose?
Everbright.
No,
Shut the fuck.
Sorry, I look. I had to give Shari a thing. Okay.
Okay. But we move into the city of the town of Everbright, and as you kind of like, actually wait, this is the wrong ambience for this. There we go. As you all move in, there are no guards at the gate. There's a lot of people kind of mulling around inside, but nobody guarding the place as you move in through the gates.
So as we move in, can I do like a quick perception? Just like as we move in and like enter.
Sure. You can give me a perception. I'm gonna say everybody can give me a perception.
All right.
It's time for redemption or not, baby. I don't know.
So here's the thing. Here's something I'd like to do. As I'm passing by people, guards and stuff, I don't want to steal money. I want to use my fast hands. Oh, wait, is it fast hands that uses? No. I think what is it? What do I? Sleight of hand. I'd like to use sleight of hand to gather some stuff from their pockets, but not money.
Okay. I
Not
gotcha.
steal,
First
just
of all,
gather. Air quotes.
temporarily borrow
gather.
things. Temporarily borrow things. You know, no big deal.
Yeah.
Listen, first of all, everybody who's rolling me perception, tell me what in particular you're looking for. But first, Sylvia, tell me what if you're not looking for money while you're pickpocketing these people, what are you trying to get off of them?
Mostly like maybe some of these are like wizards that have like health potions. Maybe some of them are like just carrying interesting items that.
I gotcha. All right. Give me a sleight of hand check then.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
After we resolve this, we'll go back to the perception checks. 26 sleight of hand.
Oh my god.
Okay, before I tell you what you get with that 26 sleight of hand, let me come back to the perception checks. Bibble, Remy, you're the first one to roll perception. So, tell me, what are you looking for as you come into this town with that perception?
Any signs that the creature has been here?
A giant trail from the greatsword on the ground is visible in the ground, and as you look further into the village, there is a bit of disorder. Like there's a crowd gathered near the center of the village, where you like the place that you see in the Roll20 right now, and you hear kind of like like people talking amongst each other, like kind of as a crowd. And on the outskirts of this crowd, you see a bit of a splatter of blood. Bibble, with that 90 perception, what are you looking for?
Yeah, in a similar vein, I would like to ask if I see more or less signs and any extrapolations I could get from whatever I see, clues and whatnot.
Extrapolations you can get. You see roughly the same things that Remy sees, but extrapolating off of that, you see kind of like gazing further into the distance, a gate far off in the distance, looking to be the gate outside of the city, and the long dragging line of the greatsword continuing on towards that gate. And otherwise, you look at the blood, and you can tell that the blood that you see on the edge of this crowd, first of all, quite dried, not recent, but also splattered from a distance away. Raizo, with that 30 perception, tell me, what are you looking for?
I am trying to look for, not look for anything, like try to notice what the people are like right now, how they look, and are they afraid? What's really going on? Are they looking at us? What's up with that?
As you look around, nobody really seems to be paying attention to you. Most of the guards folk are towards the center of the town, and it seems like everybody's chatting amongst themselves. Since that perception check was relatively low, I'll tell you this. You hear as people are rushing past you, like from the center, they look to be heading off to their own homes. They're speaking to each other, like you hear them say, "Poor Ray." Like one of them saying to another one, "Poor Ray. It couldn't have happened to I." And then the other one like pats him on the back and goes like, there, honey. We'll be fine. Somebody else will help us." And this couple, they head off like down into like further down the alleyway that you guys came from, and go into a house. Tell me, Sylvia.
As that happens, I want to just put my hood on, by the way.
Okay, I'm gonna assume you came into the city with your hood on. Sylvia, with that 12 perception, what are you looking for?
Like I said, nothing. It doesn't matter if it's an actual magical item or not. Just any items that.
No, this is not your sleight of hand. This is not your sleight of hand. This is your perception. The sleight of hand is the thing you were pickpocketing with. Perception is like you're looking around. What are you looking around for?
Well, I would say I'd be looking around for like as I'm walking. Mostly like, are there any other drow kind of people like?
Unfortunately, with that 12, you do not see any other drow. You're not sure if there are some and they're hiding or something. But yeah, you do not see any other drow. And wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Who was saying I want to do something?
Well, let you finish explaining, then maybe I want to.
Okay, but wait, hold on. Before you do anything, what guy? With that natural 20 perception, now natural 20, you see that 20 is green. That is because you reached the maximum value you could reach with this dice. That means essentially you get the best possible result. So tell me, knowing that, one guy, as you walk into this town, you look around, what do you want to know?
I'm looking for like how much peace and chaos is there in the like village, and like what kind of conflicts are there, trying to understand that from like people's behavior.
For sure. So as you look around, you see there's two types of people right now. There's people that are heading towards the town square, kind of gathering the crowd there and looking at something that's in the middle. And there's people leaving the crowd. Now, being kind of like a master of multitasking because of your magical ability and your metamagic, your kind of instinct for metamagical manipulation.
And his Breaking Bad experience.
And his Breaking Bad experience, you reach out towards the ether and you isolate like the sound coming from everybody reaching your ears. And you hear like a lot of voices overlapping, and some of them are saying like, hasn't been attacked in so long. I was starting to hope we would not be attacked again. Then you hear another voice say, I didn't think there was something that could kill Ray. There's something that can kill Ray out there. It's a matter of time for all of us. And further up, like mentally, you hear like you continue to hear people talking. You hear some saying, um, "Has anybody has anybody spoken to Marvin? Is Marvin around?" And you hear somebody reply, "No, you think a mayor will be here right now? He's probably in the goddamn tavern, marinating himself." And you get the sense that there is a lot of chaos in this town right now. This town, you get the sense that it is used to peace. It is used to everybody being, um, like working according to a routine. But the routine has been thrown off. Everything is in chaos, and everybody is looking for somebody to blame, somebody to take charge, somebody to do something because something bad, something very bad has happened. Um, that is the end of the perception checks. Sylvia, with that 26 sleight of hand, as you're all passing towards, you're all passing towards this statue in the middle of the town that like this whole crowd is congregating around. You see a man with like a more expensive looking robe walking towards you, like more expensive than everybody else. You reach into his pocket, you reach out, and you see this man kind of distracted, muttering to himself like something like, could have believed it. Could have believed it if you told me. And he's so distracted he doesn't notice as you reach in and take the contents of his entire pouch. You are now the owner of 2 healing potions.
Wait, hold on.
And I'm gonna put this. That is a 2d4. That is a 2d4 plus 2. So you roll it when you use it, and you use a bonus action to use it. And as this mage walks past you, this clearly like apprentice wizard or sorcerer, he doesn't seem to even catch any hint of what is happening. And yeah, that is where you guys all are right now.
2d4 plus 2. Got it.
I see the gate up ahead, right? Like we all see the gate up ahead.
There's no gate. You're already past the gate. You're in the town.
No.
What you see?
Gate outside that leads outside.
I'm gonna say that you don't see it. Remy and Dibble see it. They've kind of gotten a good eye of.
Yeah.
But you do not see it.
Look at the crowd. I try to see the blood, but does like Bibble and Remy stop and do anything else?
I turn to Bibble and I say, "So, what should we do next?"
Bibble at this point is curious at what everybody else is thinking, and he turns to what's his name? Goddammit, what is
One guy.
Bud guy, yeah, Bud guy, what is he thinking? He looks at Bud guy and he goes like, what do you see so far?
Board guys are like, everyone seems so tensed. Like, there must be something going on in this town.
It's true. Is there any signs of the creature anywhere nearby?
There's no creature. The people are just scared of something.
They're scared of something. You notice they're scared of something that has happened recently.
Can I use calm emotions?
Wait, hold on. What?
Can you
use what?
Calming demeanor on people?
Calm emotions. Yes, you can. Could you click calm emotions from your spell list for me? Sorry, Sylvia, what were you saying?
Wait, so this thing was just recently? It came by?
Yeah, it certainly seems like it. Especially to Bot Guy.
Not that recent.
That's why I was confused.
It's not immediately before you came here.
No, of course. I just thought it was like I don't know, not a couple days. I thought it was like quite some time before like we reached.
So can I use calm emotion on people and calm them down and ask them what's up?
Yeah, for sure. Could you click Calm Emotions for me from your spell list? So go into your character sheet. Oh, okay, wait. Okay, yeah. Each humanoid in a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose for the range. Okay.
Yeah, time use call when
What?
normally use call Can you
No,
use
you can
it
definitely
just
use
a fight? Or like can you not normally use it?
No, you can use it normally. You can use it anytime normally, but make sure that you take off the fact that you already use this once per day. Like you only get this one time per day. So as you do this, one guy, you walk up to the crowd in the middle of the city, and as you use calm emotions, you will see this crowd part kind of like looking at all of you. Like the chattering between them stops. Like you hear all of them going, and like the hush dies down. And the entire square goes silent as everybody's kind of like looking at one guy right now, and all of them seem much more like relaxed, like their eyes like kind of dilate a little bit. And they resume their activities. They speak to each other a little bit more slowly. But you can tell all of them are certainly more relaxed than before. And as they are, as one guy walks up to this crowd, you see a man kind of like look down. One guy, you hear him go, "Well, not every day we get new visitors here, right? What's brought you along then?"
I asked him what has happened.
A great many things recently. First of all, are you? And then he kind of like looks up to the rest of the party following one guy, and he goes like, "Are you there familiar, or are you your own?" I mean, I'm sorry, I don't want to be rude.
What?
Anyway. And then,
Wait,
like, he
hold
says,
on. So this guy says this in front of all of us, like without like.
Yeah. He says it to one guy in front of all of you.
Then I'd like to react. I kind of like, not glare, but look at him in a serious way and I say, what does that mean?
No, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Look, my name is Daniel. All right.
Yes.
And I see a question, and he kind of like looks down to you respectfully, one guy now. He says he points, kind of like reaches his arm towards like where the crowd has parted, and you all see, as you see roll 20, in the middle of the town, this statue. The statue of a knight holding a sword and plunging it into the ground. But as you look at the statue, you see the bottom of it is stained in blood. And below it, you see a headless body. A knight in full armor, missing only their head, with blood coming out of it. Like, having come out of it recently, now dry, having covered the whole area around it. He points at it and says, that's the Salt Paladin, right? She was our protector. Now ain't nothing protecting us.
Protecting you from what?
Well, before there was animals, wolves, lions, maybe goblins. Very recently, an ogre, a big old ogre, kept coming over to town. She protected us from him. One meeting with him, and we never saw him again until she died, of course. But aside from that, this thing that passed through town, not 4 hours ago, it challenged Ray in the middle of the town and pointed his sword at him. This great big massive thing, not having no legs, just an upper body and hands, and a face you can't look at. And like as he says this, you see everybody around him kind of like they turn their eyes away, like they're even the memory of it kind of like feels bad to them. They don't want to remember it. They challenged her, and she didn't back down. She wanted to protect us, and none of the hits she was doing was making any difference. She was swinging at it, stabbing it in the arms, but it was just going straight through the bugger. Didn't do a lick of difference. And in the end, took that great sword, drove it straight through her neck. Her head went flying, and he took it. The bastard took it with him. And he kind of like shakes his head a little bit, puts his head in his hand, and just goes like, the bastard took it with him.
Which direction did he take him? Take her?
He points towards the stairs leading up, like heading off towards the other exit towards town. Left down he did, almost immediately. As soon as he was done killing her. And afterwards, the fucking brute that Ray came here and chased off in the first place, and he points off towards another gate. Like this gate not leading further east, this gate leading north. Like from what you guys know, out towards like further forest and like towards the side of the ocean, the sea. He points towards that way and goes, fucking ogre that they brought her in here for to take care of in the first place. Now that she's dead, he's coming back. He's fucking been plaguing us. Keeps trying to take her body, eh? And you see kind of as this is happening, towards the north side of town, there is a bit of a commotion. Yeah, there's a bit of like a shouting, rabble rousing going on.
So
See this, right?
What?
We all see this?
Yeah, you also.
1 second, beer back. Toilet. Need to go to toilet.
Actually, in that case, I'll be right back too. Give me a minute.
damn it. Wait, Josh? So,
Yeah.
I'll be here. I'll be listening. I'll just be right back.
okay, and Ibrahim? So, you guys, what do you think? Like this, okay, so the lady